Time now to talk about the last Dallas team standing, the Mavericks, preparing for their third ever appearance in the NBA Finals and their first against a team not named the Miami Heat. They drew the top-seeded Celtics, and Jonah is thrilled about that, at least because of the location. Jonah.
That's right. I actually grew up about 15 minutes away from the TD Garden, so be able to make a trip home, if you will. And so we've got a new guest, not a guest of the program, a guest tonight, I should say, Nick Angstadt from Locked On Mavs. Yeah, I think he's I guess we got you on retainer because you're here every week, Nick. But as the Mavs season keeps going, you keep joining us, and that's okay. We love to have you. I want to lead it off with you, Nick. So many storylines entering this series against the Celtics because the history between the Mavs and C's and the players on each roster. Which storyline excites you the most?
Oh, man, there's so many. And, yeah, the Mavs don't want me to take a vacation, Jonah. That's kind of what it is. So I'll just keep coming back as long as they keep in it. But the storyline to me, it's got to be Derek Lively. I mean, Derek Lively has been absolutely amazing in these playoffs. You look at a guy that they drafted in the lottery of the draft. And at the time, we had a conversation on Locked On Mavs. Could he play in the G League? Could they start him slow? Will he be part of the rotation? And he has stepped up into not only a rotation player, a starter, a closer, a playoff player, a playoff closer, and he is now what we would call a 16-game player, where you can expect him to play and to contribute in a 16-game potential finals run and finals win at that point. It is amazing to watch what he has become for this Dallas Mavericks team, and then also think about what he's gone through in his personal life as well, going through all that with losing his mother earlier this year. It's been absolutely amazing, and his story is only going to get spread farther, and I cannot share it enough.
Third most important player on the Mavericks, I think that's fair to say. Maybe not the third highest scorer, but most important. And we saw that. He didn't play in Game 4. They lost Game 5. He comes back. They win and win the series. Mike, which storyline stands out most to you?
Honestly, Jonah, I feel like if the Dallas Mavericks win this series, Luka Doncic will be tabbed as the greatest player on the planet right now. That's the stakes for Luka in this series.
I would argue that he already is,
that.
No?
Yeah. But if the Mavs win this series, though, it stamps it. Okay. That's what he's got before him right now. The playoff run that he's had, yes, to your point, has at the very least put him seriously in that conversation with one or two other guys. He may already be at the top of that mountain. An NBA Finals win makes it a slam dunk. He is having a terrific postseason. What's interesting to me is he was so banged up through that Thunder series, and we thought, because there wasn't a whole lot of time between the two series, that he'd continue to kind of struggle with the injuries. He was great in the West Final, all the way through. So now you give him a week off, that's dangerous for Boston.
Fine, I'll be the one to take it. I think Kyrie facing the Celtics and facing a Boston fan base that does not like Kyrie is so juicy. I mean, listen, if you don't know much about the history, we don't have enough time to cover it on one singular show, but there is some bad blood between them, or at least mostly on Boston fans' ill will toward Kyrie. So him going back there, the boos are going to be unbelievably loud. But we know with this Mavericks team, and Kyrie in particular, he loves to rise to the occasion when that's the case. Nick, I want to go to you. Celtics specifically, get to know your opponent a little bit. This is the best team in basketball throughout the year. Give me their number one strength and their number one weakness.
This Boston Celtics team has an incredible ability to hit threes. They just bomb from deep. In the regular season, when they shot over 39% from three, they went 38-1. 38-1 in the regular season. They absolutely dominate from three. They're 11-0 in the playoffs when they hit 13 or more threes. They can hit threes from anywhere. They have so many different players. All top 8 of their rotation players all take 3 or more threes a game, and they all shoot really well from three. So the Mavs, kind of in a similar way to the OKC series where they had to limit the amount of threes that the Thunder took, they have to do that same exact thing to Boston. That has been their huge strength. And then they have 2 guards that are on the all-defensive team in Derek White and Drew Holiday. Both of those guys have been great. They're going to be guarding Kyrie Irving probably a lot. They'll be switched on to Luka Doncic, and those guys are going to have a big task against the Mavs backcourt.
Kristaps Porziņģis looks like he's getting healthy and could potentially play starting Game 1 Thursday night. Nick, how much of a factor do you expect him to be, assuming he suits up?
I have no idea because even when he plays, the Celtics have a better record when he doesn't play than when he does. His on-off numbers are not that great. I mean, it's like a couple points here or there. He has played less playoff games in his career than Derek Lively has.
Which is amazing.
This is Derek Lively's first year in the NBA.
Yeah.
And so we have no idea what he's going to look like in a finals game. I mean, we all can expect what we've seen from Porziņģis in the past, but this is also a different Porziņģis than we've seen. This is a Porziņģis that can post up and take advantage of smaller guards on post-ups and mismatches and things like that. He's been hitting his threes, and he's been hitting deep threes, which he didn't do a lot in Dallas. And so he's a little different player, but we just really don't know what to expect from him because he's never been here before, and he hasn't played a lot of playoff games.
The Celtics, I mean, you spoke about it earlier. I mean, just phenomenally good at home, best home record since 2016. But as a whole, this is a team that is loaded with guys who have played in the finals. I mean, their whole rotation outside of Porziņģis has been to an NBA Finals before. The Mavericks, I think it's just Kyrie and Markieff Morris who played in the Mickey Mouse bubble championship with the Lakers. What? What is that face? It was a Mickey Mouse championship.
No. There's no asterisk on it. In fact, it was arguably the most competitive basketball we'd ever seen at that point.
Just because Mickey Mouse was on the premises doesn't make it a Mickey Mouse championship.
Jonah, you just drew him offside with that
I
one.
want to know. All right, listen, we're getting away from the point, but that is the point of the show. These are two teams that are totally different when it comes to finals experience. Mike, how much of a factor do you think that's going to play when it comes to Luka Doncic and the rest of the Mavs supporting cast outside of Kyrie?
I mean, we've already seen it play a role in these playoffs on the positive side of the coin for the Mavericks against the Thunder, against the Timberwolves. They had the experience of going on at least that one deep playoff run. At least Luka had that experience. There weren't a whole lot of holdovers from that 2022 roster, but at least Luka had that experience to draw on that frustration from the 22 West Finals, to draw on and push them to where they are right now. So we've seen it work to the Mavs' advantage so far in these playoffs. I do think that there's at least going to be an element of that plays into this series. Whether that's too much for the Mavs to overcome, I don't know, but I think you are going to see that maybe especially in the first game or two of this series.
And Nick, final question for you. If the Mavericks are to win the NBA Finals, how are they going to defeat the Celtics? What sort of weakness can they exploit possibly? Because Boston's really good, really good.
They defeat the Celtics by staying big. I think their bigs have to be a big part of it with Lively and Gafford. They can't get into the trap of playing Maxey as the small ball 5 for 30 minutes a game or something like that. Luka and Kyrie, I think, either have to be the 1-2 best players in the series or 1-3 best players in the series. Kyrie has to have a good series in order for that to happen. And the Mavs defense just has to hold up. They have to hold up, and I think they have to force the Celtics away from all these threes and to make them take really contested mid-range jumpers that I think you can bait them into taking.